Well, hey everybody, we're at the Teardrop gathering at Lake Whitney, and I'm here with DJ Davis, and we've got his beautiful homemade Teardrop RV. We're going to take a little quick tour of it, and he's also gracious enough to make us some dinner tonight, so we're super excited about that. So kick us off. Let's take a look at it.
So this is a galley. There's a gal named Lucy who built her own Benroy, and I loved her pull-out sink and swing-out stove design, so I did the same thing. And I just about got my dimensions wrong in the back here, but I can put a standard Igloo or Coleman cooler, and luckily my Iceco 12-volt fridge will fit here as well.
Oh, perfect.
And so if I'm doubling up for a long trip, then I'll keep the Iceco in the car plugged into the cigarette lighter attachment in the back, and I'll put another just regular ice chest back here loaded down with just frozen stuff, and try to take it out as needed. This is your standard 4x8 Harbor Freight frame. I went
nice.
6 inches on each side. I decided to add myself a trundle. Before I had the standard wheels and axle on it, and I didn't like that. And so I upgraded. I got 2x2 1/4-inch wall square tubing and some steel plate. Learned how to weld off of YouTube.
Oh, awesome.
Because it was going to cost me about $1,400 for this axle job and a 6 to 7 week wait. And so for the Memorial Day holiday last summer, I just went down to Harbor Freight, got a welder, a helmet, gloves, an apron, the wire, all the stuff, basic MIG rig.
Nice.
And then started watching Tim Welds and some other folks, and oh my gosh, they were just so great, and everything they said to do that way worked.
There's nothing we can't accomplish with YouTube. I'm telling you, I've learned everything from it.
If the big one hits and YouTube goes down, we're gone.
We're done.
So I've got 2 storage areas here in the back. I've used this for the basic paper plates, paper towel, cups, and such.
Yeah.
And this side is the cookware. I've upgraded to 13-inch rims, 24-inch tires, so I don't have to worry about things burning up on me bearing-wise as I travel.
Oh, check this out. Wow.
Look at that.
So you've got where the center in the back is, where I've got that paper towel holder and such. I just made 2 little shelves there.
That's
on the
beautiful.
bottom one, I can fit a ceramic heater just perfectly, and there's an outlet back there, and that keeps this thing perfectly toasty.
Nice.
It'll kick on 5 or 6 times a night, maybe more after I've passed out and just don't hear it anymore.
How cold have you camped in it?
So far, I've been right down at freezing, but that's it.
Yeah.
And I've also had it at freezing with a blanket, electric blanket, and it works perfect. That's actually better, because if you step out, there goes all your heat.
Yeah.
With that, I mean, you just get out from underneath the blanket, you get back under the nice warm blanket,
And you're right back
okay.
in it. And it's so small that it really does help keep the heat inside, too.
I mean, when you've got 33 cubic feet approximately,
Right.
I haven't even officially figured it, that's just a rough guess.
Yes.
I mean, it'll heat it up in almost no time.
Nice.
And after camping out and really missing some great stuff during the summer, I said, I'm putting in an AC.
Yes.
So I did mount.
So you do have an AC in it. Being in Texas, that's almost a requirement.
Well, most of the time I don't like camping in the summer because the kids
look
are
at
out of
that.
school and it's just kind of
A little overcrowded?
a little overcrowded.
Yeah, we've come into that too.
Mhm.
Oh, look at that. That's perfectly. Oh my gosh, that's awesome.
So as you can see, it's mounted where the window would be.
Wow.
And it's inside the hollow.
It is, yes.
And to compensate for that, I built myself a little plenum for the feed air.
Okay.
And then for the return air, those 2 vents you see right and left, perfect square foot or square inches for the return air. So it gets what
No
it gets
issues
out.
then.
No issues there.
Because that's the one thing with the Bushwhacker, that they put the AC in the back. They didn't have the return figured out, and the AC just wasn't cooling them down. So
That's not the only problem. Basically, you've got 5K, which normally cools a 300 cubic foot area.
Sure.
We're talking 1/10 of that.
right.
And I finally found something on one of the Tag forums. What you've got to do is put your fan on a low setting on positive. It's pushing air
Okay.
in. Those 2 things. 1, it brings in fresh air. 2, it pushes the heat down. And so it goes into your return air and says, oh, I got to keep working. And so it keeps the cycle going and dehumidifies instead of having cool, damp air.
Okay, well that actually makes sense because it,
And so you have to have your windows cracked a little
Okay.
bit. And I've got little 1 by something blocks here. So what I do is when I'm ready for the AC part of it, I drop this down right like this. And
Okay.
it gives a perfect 1 inch on each side, and so that gives it some place to go.
That's-
But this, of course,
This-
is off season.
Look at that.
When I'm traveling, this protects the coil and everything.
For sure.
Again, I mean, I'm almost a PMF expert now. Well, okay, we haven't crossed that yet. What's she made of? 2-inch extruded polystyrene,
Okay.
and then she's covered with what they call the poor man's fiberglass,
Okay.
which is 10 gauge canvas, tight bond 2 glue to the foam, and then from there 3 coats of porch paint, exterior grade.
So it's solid. It is solid then.
Yeah, well, you can still take a ding. I've got one really good rock thing right here, and you can't see it.
Can't even see it.
But I finally filled it in when I was doing some touch-up paints, or actually marker. The artwork is done with a Sharpie and then pinstriping paint.
Love it. Absolutely love it. You got the theme going through the entire inside out, through the galley, you name it.
Yeah, I couldn't find any bamboo curtain material, unfortunately. I thought about getting a bamboo themed shower curtain, but it was mainly white. And I wanted something to tone down the white on the inside of the camper. So I was at Hobby Lobby. The wife is into knitting and crocheting, and she was getting her yarn fixed. And I was going through the stuff, and I thought, you know, this looks like a bunch of bamboo leaves just piled up. So,
It really does.
yeah. But, I mean, from the frame up, everything, I have manufactured it or somehow cobbled it together. The only things that are, of course, purchased is the Max fan, the doors, and these are from Challenger Doors, and these
Okay.
are the same company that makes RV doors for a lot of big rigs.
Right.
If you look on the bottom corner, you'll see Challenger Doors.
Nice.
They will make doors to your specs.
Oh wow.
And so these are 36 inches wide, 40 inches tall, and I jokingly say, I put a small camper on my doors.
You did, because that's definitely a lot wider than what you would ever see in an RV this size.
But the nice thing about it, though, is you can just, as you can see, sit here.
Ah. Doesn't that make it easy?
She comes in at about 1,100 pounds, and my little 4-banger Subaru handles her just fine.
Outstanding.
I did upgrade from an Outback to an Ascent, and it's got the 2.4 turbo, and it tows it like it's not even there.
Don't even know it's back there.
Yeah.
Well, we appreciate you taking us on the tour with it, and really look forward to what you got cooking on there. That's gonna be some good stuff.
Okay, now the entire build log is on Instructables, so if
Okay.
you type in DJ Davis Homemade Camper Instructables, you should come right straight to the link. And right now it's got 16 or 17 steps, all broke down into various parts. The next refit that's coming, you're never through building a teardrop.
No.
I'm going to give her a butt job.
Uh-oh.
I really didn't like the way the hatch was so pronounced.
Okay.
I mean, it looks great, but as a 6-footer,
Oh, yeah, that can be a big problem.
yeah, now a lot of the campgrounds have sloping sites,
Mhm.
and once I'm pulled in, that's no problem with clearance.
Right.
But I'm going to bring it out here a little less pronounced, and that will bring the door like this, and so I'll have about 7 foot of clearance.
Okay, that'd be a lot better, yeah. Just in case, you know.
So that's the next thing to watch for.
Outstanding.
Step 18 or something, we'll see.
Okay. And I'll put a link to the Instructables on the website, Touring and Trails, so that'll be great.
Alrighty,
Well, thanks again.
you're welcome.